and Pigstar. News. Quarantine to September 2020 Hocus Pocus. Disturbing photos show body bags lining the hallways of a Brooklyn hospital before being wheeled out to refrigerated trucks as NYC's coronavirus death toll surges past 2,600. Its first coronavirus related death March 14. Since then, more than 2,600 New Yorkers, most aged 65 and older, have died from the disease. City hospitals have become overwhelmed, critically ill patients filling intensive care wards. Empty refrigerated trailers have been positioned outside hospitals to act as temporary morgues. After patients pass away, they are left in orange body bags outside in the corridor of the hospital. They are then wheeled outside by medical workers wearing protective gear and placed into the trailer. Morbid photos have been released that capture the true horror of the rising death toll at what is the epicenter of the coronavirus outbreak in the U.S. Bright orange body bags are seen lining the hallways of a hospital in Brooklyn as New York City tackles the pandemic head-on. The disturbing images taken inside the Wyckoff Heights Medical Center in Bushwick show several deceased patients in body bags on stretchers. Bodies are seen lying in corridors inside the Wyckoff Hospital as the healthcare system is overwhelmed with fatalities after patients pass away. They are left outside in the hospital corridor before they can be taken to a temporary morgue outside. New York City hospitals continue to be overwhelmed with the mounting bodies, with shocking images emerging of body bags containing the latest victims of the killer virus spilling out into the corridors at Wyckoff Hospital in Brooklyn. A healthcare worker wheels the body of a deceased person from the Wyckoff Heights Medical Center. Bodies are loaded into a makeshift morgue outside the Wyckoff Hospital amid the outbreak of the coronavirus. New York City alone made up 757 of the state's 788 new deaths, and more than half of the U.S.'s daily deaths from coronavirus. The makeshift morgue outside Wyckoff Hospital in Brooklyn contains the latest victims from the killer illness. An exhausted and distraught healthcare worker is seen by the Brooklyn Hospital Center in New York this week. Medical professionals have been drafted in like cavalry from all departments to try to tackle the pandemic. Healthcare workers wheel a person outside Wyckoff Heights Medical Center on Sunday. Wyckoff Heights, along with another city hospitals, are overwhelmed with coronavirus patients filling up in intensive care wards and, as can be seen in these pictures, any available space whatsoever. Among the series of photos, medical personnel were captured wearing full personal protective gear as they rolled the corpses from the hospital outside to a special refrigerator truck acting as a temporary morgue. The refrigerated trailers can be seen near hospitals all over the city and have become a grim reminder of the stark reality, with hospital morgues already at capacity. Inside the truck, dozens of body bags could be seen loaded on top of one another in the makeshift morgue. New York City's death toll from coronavirus stands at just over 2,600, with just over 67,500 people across the 5 boroughs coming down with the infection. There were 4,159 fatalities as of Sunday morning, up 594 from the day before. A record 630 deaths were reported Saturday. The numbers Sunday reflect the first time fatalities have dropped over 24 hours in a number of days. Governor Cuomo hesitated to say the worst was definitely over for the Empire State, but added, "The apex could be a plateau and we could be on that plateau now. We won't know until you see the next few days. Does it go up? Does it go down?" Cuomo also announced the number of people discharged from hospitals has also gone way up, adding, "That's great news." Single quote. There were 574 new hospitalizations Sunday, Cuomo said, down from 1,095 on Saturday and 1,427 on Friday. March 22 marked the last time less than 600 new hospitalizations were recorded, with 586 SEMENT. Confirmed coronavirus cases were up around 8,000 to 122,031. An exhausted healthcare worker takes a break outside the hospital. The pressure is being felt, with thousands calling out sick, nurses putting their names on protective clothing to be worn many times, resting outside the Wyckoff Heights Medical Center in Brooklyn. Body of deceased patient in orange body bag is moved from the hospital to a refrigerator truck serving as temporary morgue outside of Wyckoff Heights Medical Center in Brooklyn. Space inside the hospital is at a premium, which means when somebody dies, their body has to be removed as quickly as possibly to allow for the arrival of new patients. Hundreds of people are dying in New York City alone every day. Their bodies are lined up and waiting to go inside the Mogea. Procession of the dead emerges from the back door of Wyckoff Heights Medical Center. Hospital workers push the gurneys carrying the recently deceased to a temporary morgue inside refrigerated container trucks. Medical workers load bodies into the makeshift morgue. Those still at work are at risk because they have no choice but to wipe down and reuse old protective clothing and masks. Assigned for single-use. A medical worker approaches a refrigerator truck being used as a morgue outside of Brooklyn Hospital. Centera body is removed from a refrigerated morgue trailer outside of Wyckoff Heights Medical Center, Brooklyn, New York. Share or comment on this article. Click the link in the description for the full video. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the bell and